Hello everyone, my name is Antonia Villa and this is my presentation for EDL 901 Module 4. For this presentation I am to pretend that I am introducing. Hello everyone, my name is Antonia Villa and this is my presentation for EDL 901 Module 4. For this module I am to pretend I am presenting to my school board. My presentation consists of moving forward and including a specific technology vision statement that needs to be a part of our school improvement plan. This technology vision statement is to support and demonstrate the district's commitment to improving student learning and success. USD 218 board members, I would like to take you back to March 2020. When Governor Laura Kelly sent her Executive Order number 20-07 temporarily closing all K through 12th grade schools to slow down the spread of COVID-19. What did we learn from this event? In this very same boardroom, I was one of the administrators along with our tech department that presented our remote plans to you. Equality. We think and we want and we stress equality. From a distance, it all looked like all students had equal access to an education. It also looked like all teachers and support staff had equal access to devices and connectivity. In March of 2020, we ended up checking out student MacBook Pro laptops to each student in grades 1st through 12th grade. All teachers and all support staff, including High Plains Cooperative, which is our special education agency that we co-op with, they also received their own MacBook Pro laptops. As far as connectivity, we presented 4 different hotspots available to our students if internet connection was not available in their homes. Meanwhile, Epic Touch, our local internet company, was scheduling times to go into our students' homes to install routers for free internet access until May. So it all looks like everyone's getting an equal opportunity and equal education. Then we look at I looked at our technology plan, and I did find where it stated that in each building we have one Apple iMac on each teacher's desk. We have computer labs in each building with at least 20 iMac desktops and one laptop, and one lab does have PCs in that laptop. We have 16 mobile labs, and each mobile lab contains 20 Mac computers. I mean, I can go on and on with the list. We are a very technology-rich district. Again, it makes us look like we are providing an equality education. As stated in one of the articles I read, as stated in one of the articles that I read, we have to support all educators with both access to digital devices and connectivity. And we did all that. We provided everything we could to all staff and students. Alright, so I'll fast forward it now and let's talk about today. Today, reality sets in. After reviewing our state assessment scores and even our local assessment scores, we noticed there's major gaps in reading, math, and science. And we are going to go ahead and even include the social emotional needs of our students are high. We have all the resources we need. It's time to provide our teachers the time and support through the appropriate professional development times or trainings to help them integrate technology into their instructional practices. You know, once again, I'll state our district is a very technology-rich district. We have everything you could ever imagine, and still we have teachers who state in the needs assessment that they are lacking professional development. And in one of our resources that I read, it does state that we need to have educators developing the skills and knowledge to effectively integrate technology into instruction. And that's where I feel like our district is lacking. Okay, I looked at our Title IIA needs assessment again, and the results are there. Teachers are asking for the professional development days. There is a shortage of teachers, and the teachers that we do have here, they're not just wearing their classroom hats. They are either coaches or they're sponsors for certain clubs. I mean, it does take a toll on them. And as I look through our technology plan, it does state that we would provide the appropriate professional development. But I think we are lacking in that. I feel like our district perhaps needs to go back and rethink, the professional development days that we are providing to our staff. One of the interesting things I found in the articles was how, we do invest in a lot of the different technology equipment, as well as even the different access to the internet. I mean, we even have access to the internet out in our football field. So, there shouldn't be an excuse of anything, because we do have the devices, and again, we do have access to internet, and it's one of those things where it's here. We're just not putting it to use like I feel like we could. What's our next step? I looked at our school improvement plan, and we do need to include technology. I go back to stating, our state assessments made us open our state assessment results made us open our eyes to the major gaps in science, math, and reading. But I also went through our vision statement, and I realized that the word technology doesn't even exist in our vision statement. And this vision statement was developed 6 years ago when we first had our first cycle in KISA. One of the things one of our articles stated is that we need to include all stakeholders in our vision and in our mission statements. Common vision that includes technology. I stress that. 6 years ago, we didn't perhaps realize how much technology was really a part of our students' lives, but it really is. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. We'll be trying to download some kind of app on our phones, and we adults have more of a difficult time doing that than our students. It's really sad to say, but our students are the ones who help us out when it comes to technology. So once again, I feel like in order to get a common vision, we need to include all stakeholders, and the stakeholders include staff, students, community, and parents. I keep stressing we have the tools and resources for each staff member. We have the devices for all staff and students. Once our vision includes technology, then we will all work to integrating technology into our everyday lives. I'll go back to our vision statement. Again, nothing about technology comes up, and our mission statement doesn't have anything like that. The only place that technology is brought up is within the technology plan that we do have in our district. And I was able to spend some time looking through that, and I will say we need to go back through it and update it. There are a lot of things that just don't exist anymore. Again, the need for professional development is very noticeable. Each building has a room with various curriculum that is not being used right now. And this all came about just this past summer. I was working summer school, and I watched our maintenance director unload boxes and boxes of different software, but it's still sitting there. Why? It has digital components that the majority of our teachers do not feel comfortable in using in their everyday plans. And what is needed? We need to support our teachers. We need to give them time, and we need to provide the professional development that comes with the new curriculum. In order for our students to benefit from all the technology devices and resources we have, we need to first help our teachers become comfortable in using all the different curriculum with the different digital components that it has. And as stated in one of our articles, just as the students learning with digital tools need time and support from schools and districts, teachers do too. I keep stressing and emphasizing this because I see it every day. Okay. I would like to stress what my priority would be, and it would be professional development aimed at enhancing technology. This is a must. Our kids are being cheated. They're going to leave Elkhart. They're going to go to other places when they go to college or VOTEC, or even move with their families. Students will benefit from teachers who feel comfortable in using technology. Support staff will also benefit. They're the glue to, sometimes in some of our classrooms, they're the glue to the students. So we need to also take that into consideration. And as one of our articles stated, teachers also need support in accurately interpreting data to identify instructional disparities. I completely agree with that. It is one of those things where we weren't even using our FastBridge as local assessment to the best of its ability. We didn't even know how to read the data, and that's scary, and it bothers me that we went through that, but perhaps we needed to go through that in order to realize, that we were missing out on everything it had to offer us. So my proposed plan I am proposing that we take our technology plan that was approved in October of 2021 and really take a hard look at what we are stating. The technology plan we have is, I would say, over 20 pages long. We need to form a shared vision, and that shared vision needs to include staff members, and not just teachers, but also support staff, parents, community members, and administrators and students. Right now, each building does have their own technology committee. I propose that each building go through USD 218's technology plan and bring forth any changes and or additions that need to be made to their building technology committee. I propose that a monthly technology committee meeting take place, and this should involve 2 students from each building, 2 teachers from each building. Building is the building administrator, superintendent, and we also need to include the parents and as well as community members. We need to go through this process in order to update our technology plan and to meet the true picture and to meet the needs of our staff and students. The proposed plan will allow us to make the needed corrections. I was looking at our plan, and it showed that the different members that are in our technology committee, and we haven't even updated that, so that needs to be taken care of. Some of these individuals aren't in our school district anymore. Why do we need to go through the technology plan that was updated in October of 2021? Well, I can tell you that right now, just by looking at the objective 1.1, we aren't using half of what is mentioned there. And so I feel like it's time to, go through this technology plan. And there's no one to blame, and there's no pointing fingers. We simply had TASN come in, and they opened up our eyes, and we have made some good changes, positive changes over this past year, and which eliminated some of those different resources that were stated back in October. We're not using those anymore, so we do need to go through our technology plan. I've looked at both our instructional technology mission that's included in our technology plan, and I've looked at our vision statement, and they don't coincide. They're completely different. We do need a new vision statement, and the words technology should be included in our new vision statement. I started one, but then again, as our article stated, it takes all of us to develop a vision statement so that there's buy-in. All Wildcats believe in their power to embrace learning, to excel, and to own their future. That's our vision statement right now. But I feel like we need to add all Wildcats have the tools and instructional methods to achieve their future goals by making technologies such as computers, networks, and wide area communications a part of all Wildcats education. That's when they'll own their future. But once again, I can read and reread this, and it's not what I would want. It's honestly what the committee would want. This needs to be a shared vision, but at least this can get us started. These are the resources I used, and thank you for your time.